As an initiate, you will meet death many times, whether you choose to meet it often in this life so that you can know yourself, or if that means you have to come back here, as the Buddhists say, 8,400,000, whatever. But of course, you always got to watch the numbers, which equals 12, which is part of a system of numbers like 60 and the calendar and the time. So I've seen in Buddhist scripts things be more of code and coding than actualization of external things. The actualization is the soul. And so when you compact those numbers after your soul experience, they begin to make more sense. Everything does. All archetypes of the mother become the dark mother without the light of the Father shed upon it. And those are the dark ones. And people try to make like a lot of those women dark that are not at all, because that's just the trendy Wendy right now. So either the soul, your soul, is awake to who it is, or it's going to be operating in the dark, underlying, narcissistic, always hiding from yourself who you actually are and what your underlying intentions really were, because you don't know it. And therefore, it is demonic and volatile. Not calling you demon, I'm explaining the lower aspects of the self. And within the cell, the Merkava, we all have duality. And the dark and the light mother, the dark and the light father, the in-between, the true self, which, goes up the pole to the ancestors, or the higher self, oneself. Or you can go to the pole on the external if you think that's where you go. But everything is archetype of where you need to go. When you pass, you need to learn to stand in your center. Okay? And some people say, like, leave up the third eye. That's your light tunnel, whatever. I'm going to talk a few things positive and negative about that. If you don't know yourself, whose light are you going to? What egregore? If you do know yourself, what is your plan for that I? What is your plan for that I am, where you're headed? What light? What design? What have you created for it there? See, religions have you helpless. They're addictions. Any religion is actually an abusive relationship. There's gaslighting, there's making you feel less. There's making you feel scared, not being able to move ahead and make choices.